ever just wanted to start an Amazon from scratch? Maybe you want to play Untweaked, Self-Found. Maybe you're brand new to the game and just want to start an Amazon. If you have no items or little items whatsoever, this is a budget Amazon with my goal is to get you through from level 1 all the way beating hell difficulty through completion. And I'd like to not use any respecs where possible. What I'm trying to do here is put together like a budget build series, like a starter character series that'll do one for every character class. And I'm going left to right on the character screen, and the Amazon lines up first. So here is the Amazon. I've spent some time trying to think of the best kind of hybrid builds to get you through, because single damage without a Sunder charm is not going to get you through the difficulty without skipping content. I don't think that's very fun. So what I've landed on is a Plague Javelin Lightning Fury Javazon. My goals are to be able to do this without a Sunder charm, though you could find one. You could use this to find one and run Terror Zones. No torch, no high runes whatsoever, no need for trades or any kind of expensive gear, and that you can complete hell with all of those just on your own with all of that being said. So the highest rune for this build is a Shale rune. Caveat to that is if you do want a cure for your mercenary, which I have, you need an IO rune, which is just 2 or 3 higher than a Shale, so no big deal. With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the character and see what makes it tick. Before we continue, if you like character builds, if you like killing demons, if you like metal, if you like my metal, subscribe to the channel. Let's go! And like I said, this is definitely super, super budget. So, okay, javelins. These are your throwing sticks. This is just a 2 to javelin, 1 to Amazon skills, so 3 to javelin and spear skills. A little bit of mana after kill, some resist, but replenished quantity is nice. I've got no speed on here, which is fine, but that does help a little bit. But anyways, super budget. You can find these starting with normal difficulty. Just start picking up all of the Amazon class-specific javelins as soon as they start dropping. I have found a +5 magic. It's possible to find +6. I don't think I've ever found one. I have a really good pair of 2 to Amazon, 2 to javelin with like attack speed and all that stuff, but trying to drive home is a very budget build. The helmet. This is a lore. Very cheap. Ort Soul. 2 sockets. Do it. Until you find something better. I mean, if you find an Amazon, the Valkyrie Wing Helm, that's 2 to skills, and yeah, just gets you going. So, Amulet. I found this by gambling. I just popped it out of, I think it was an Act 4. But yeah, 1 to skills, some stats, a little bit of fire resist. Can always do better, whatever. Using a Spirit Shield. I'm using this just for the skills and the mana. I mean, you could honestly use a Splendor. That's like, I think, Nef Lum. If you have a Lum rune, you could honestly use Saigon Shield. Whatever floats your boat. I had a 4-socket Monarch, made a Spirit out of it. You could use, I use Nat's Boots, Run Walk when cold and lightning resist. That's decent. Alders are good. I mean, really any boots. Fill in the gaps. You need resistances. Manald Heal Ring. It's got some Mana Steal that does work a little bit, so that's nice. A Death Sash. I have not upgraded it yet, but I have the recipe right here, so I'm showing you how easy it is to do. But this belt is so sweet with Cannot Be Frozen at level 6. Super sweet. Love this belt. And if you didn't know, with the gloves, you get 30 attack speed. Pretty sweet. Got a Nagel Ring. And I'm opting for Trang Gloves. If you don't find these, you can easily shop like a 2 or 3 to javelin and spear skills from the vendor. They are actually easy to shop. It's hard to find them with the skills and the attack speed. So, and they also drop all over the place. You'll find rare ones with 220 and resistances or whatever. But I'm going Trang Gloves because of the poison skill damage. I do kind of really like Plague Javelin ever since way back in the day in LOD. It's one of my favorites. I just love it. In fact, you can actually take this build just as it is and just really gear it up and really get it going for plague damage with a Lightning Fury on the back end. If you don't want to go super cookie cutter, I mean, if you're going Lightning Fury, that's a very cookie cutter build. Obviously, it's incredibly good, very good at clearing out the game when you have Infinity and all that stuff. But this is budget, and I think budget Plague Javelin is actually surprisingly good. And last but not least is the armor. Peace. Shale full very easy. 2 to Amazon skills, some cold resistances. The other mods, not as big of a deal. You will see that Valkyrie on striking. It's pretty handy. And then just, miscellaneous charms with resistances wherever you can get them to fit. My resistances are not very good, but that's where your passive and magic skills come in. On Switch, I've got a lower resist staff. This took me maybe 20 times going in and out of town in Act 4 in Hell. Give or take. I mean, it might have been 18, whatever. Around 20 times, and I found a low resist. I was mainly looking for a wand, but I found it on a staff. You could find it on wands. I think you could find it on a dagger, and obviously stab. So this comes in, kind of helps for boss killing speed. This isn't necessarily a boss killer. It's very good at killing groups, but it can take down all the bosses in the game. Just takes a little bit more time. I mean, obviously we're extremely budget here. I've got no torch, no Annie, just as is. All right, let's talk about stats. Just enough strength to wear my spirit. I just put enough dexterity for my javelins, and then the rest of vitality. You can look at the advanced stats too real quick for those that want to check them out. Nothing really spectacular. I got like no MF, whatever. This is, to be honest, is a very good cow killer. So good at finding bases, good at finding runes. You can go everywhere in the game. I mean, I go to Chaos Sanctuary sometimes. Just you got to be a little more on your toes, use your decoy, whatnot. All right, let's check out the skill tree. So Javelin and Spear skills. We are a Javazon. This is our tree. Want a jab to open up the skill tree, and you'll use it right away, just poking people. You'll start out with Poison Javelin, maybe dump like 3 or 4 here just to kind of get you started. It'll kill people while you're jabbing and keep a mercenary on hand. But what you want to get to, though, is the Plague Javelin, like right away. Plague Javelin is sweet, right away, max it. And you can go ahead and unlock Charge Strike, but just as a disclaimer, this is kind of just supplemental damage. Like if you're against a boss, you'll throw the Plague Javelin, hit your lower resist, and then just kind of poke with Charge Strike while your mercenary and stuff helps out. But we're going Plague Javelin max and Lightning Fury. You want to get those 2 maxed out first. With Charge Strike unlocked, I start putting points after that into Charge Strike. Once you have all your passive and magic skills, unlock these as you get them. Mostly with a focus on your dodge, avoid, and evade. Just 1 point into every single passive. These are pretty redundant. You just want the Pierce. When you get big groups like, let's say, cows, that Pierce really helps the Lightning Fury just explode inside of the cows and bounce off of them and really clear them out better. Since we're not doing like a ton of damage, this really increases our damage. I use slow missiles. When you go into Chaos Sanctuary or other places where there's a lot of like archers and people casting spells at you, slow missiles really helps kind of help get you out of the way. Decoy all the time, just toss it up in front of you if you're scared. If you're playing hardcore or something like that, just get this up in front, take the damage for you while you start laying waste. 1 point to Valkyrie. It's nice to summon on hand. Your armor is going to summon it for you, but it'll die, and it's kind of just like a second decoy. Yeah, those are our skills. Nothing in the bow and crossbow. So I went maxed with these 4 first, and my remaining points I'm dumping to Lightning Strike. Don't really use it. I don't know why I'm going that way. Doesn't really matter. I'm 84 at the moment. About 25,000 Plague Javelin damage at 8.5 seconds. Charge Strike is not very much, 800, a little over 800, but that's 8 bolts. So on bosses, that's Not 6,000 damage, maybe like 5,000. I don't think every bolt's going to hit, but on top of the Plague Cloud and a lower resist, just kind of poke a little bit. I mean, they go down. Yeah, so that's it. So I'm going to check it out. I'm going to show you, I'm going to upgrade my Death Sash. This is how you do it. I mean, I don't know if like people are upgrading items too often, but you really should, especially if you have Death Sash and you're using it a lot. You need 4 rows of potions. So Perfect Diamond, Shale, Towel, Death Sash, bam, Demon Hide. I have 4 rows now. Cool story. Alright, now we're also going to go ahead and just run a cow level and do a little game demonstration of how it handles the cows. I feel like it handles them just fine. Might as well get some keys. And by the way, if you didn't know, if you want to shop those gloves like I was talking about, once you've beaten hell, you can make your cow level right here. Go into the cow level. Come back out of the cow level. Talk to Charcy. Look at gloves. You never know, you might find a 4-socket armor with life as well. Anyways, that's the trick. Let's go do cows. My mercenary might die, just as a heads up. He's not that strong. But bam, plague him. Lightning Fury. Best to group them together, so I'll kind of start out like this. Okay. Yeah, this is not bad. You can see that, like, poison does, you know, I mean, we're not blazing through the game, but, like, this could be done, this is basically your performance, like, on a self-found type of build. Upgrades will come quickly as well. Use some full rejuvenation on it. Alright, Mercenary's dead. I don't really need him. I mean, I really don't need him. I just have him. Check this out. Whee! That's where that Pierce comes in. It's just reflex. I don't know why I pressed that, but that's okay. Yeah, cows. I'm amped. That hurt. Hey guys, that hurts. Okay. Flame Bang. That's a hilarious name. Flame Bang. Flame Bang, you guys. Tell you what. Also, I feel like when I'm talking, I'm not very efficient with my playing, so, I'm frozen. Check it out. And he's gone. Not a big deal. Yeah, this is an excellent way to get an Amazon up. I don't play Amazons that often. It's like, this is a really good way to get it up and running. You know, if you want to continue this build, you know, making it stronger. If you want to switch to pure lightning or make a boson, it's a good way to get your Amazon up and going. And like I said, if you focus on plague, I mean, you could, this is a tip I'm not sure people might know, but a lot of people do. If you don't, this is good to know. Once you start getting more funds and you happen to find a low rune, if you make a grief, you throw a plague javelin and switch, that negative poison resist on grief applies. So that's a gigantic damage boost. You could throw on a bramble, throw your plagues out, switch over, and it roasts. It just absolutely chews through enemies. Try it out. Death Web is even better. You could use a faceted shield. Just really get that poison damage boosted. I'm telling you, Plague can really do some damage if you want it to. You know, that's like if you don't want to go super meta. I mean, everyone plays Lightning Javazon. They're obviously effective, and people play it for a reason because they work. But if you want to try something different, I'm telling you, you can make Plague do a lot of damage. The only problem is that the duration goes somewhere around like I don't know, I think higher skills, it'll get up to like 16, 18 seconds, maybe even 20. But the damage skyrockets up over 100,000, so yeah, you can really toast up these enemies, man. I'm telling you. And we've got a good group here, check this out. Yeah, hell cows, not really a problem. Just kind of stay back, keep your Valkyrie up, use your decoy, throw out some plagues to get them started. It's not a big deal. It's actually really fun, great character, highly recommend it. It's weird talking. I normally just listen to metal and, and play my games, but yeah. Anyways, that's how it performs in Hell Cows. Pretty good. You know, you could run Chaos Sanctuary. I think I put some in the intro. You just got to be a little more on your toes. It definitely can run through the Chaos Sanctuary. It's surprising how fast the Plague can take down the Stormcasters, is that what they're called? But yeah, you could also make quick work of Eldritch and Shenk up here. When you go to Act 5, by the way, always go to Act 5 and then go to Frigid, because you can get killed while this loading screen is happening. See? Just like that. Yeah. Check this out. Here's the guy. That's all poison. Not bad, right? It's satisfying to me. I've always loved damage over time builds. I wish there was like a... I've always thought it'd be super cool if there's some sort of poison paladin. We could always wish, right? About Shenk. Oh, that's not Shenk. What are you doing? He goes down, dude. Poke. Was that like Nat's armor? No. No, it's not. What's this Thresher? See, there's a 20 attack speed right there. They commonly roll with skills, martial arts, whatever. Yeah, you can make quick work there of Eldritch and Shenk. Could also pop right over here, no problem, with Pindleskin. Just make sure you get your decoy up, I'm telling you. Put your decoy up and then toss a Plague Cloud. I think they're poison resistant. So Furies. Yeah, they're poison immune. Oh no! This is where my mercenary would come in handy. Aww. What a terrible example. He's not always lightning. Temple here. Get your decoy set up. Oh, they're poison, that's right. That's okay. No problem. So yeah, I hope this motivates you. I hope this gives you, you know, a desire to play Amazon. If you're thinking about it, I hope this is something that really, you know, kind of drives the nail in. You can make an Amazon off essentially nothing, and it could be effective and it could beat the game. So if you like these, if you want to see some more of these, like I said, I'm going to specifically push out one for each character. Get some people starting new characters, play the game, have fun. It's not all about the end, in my opinion. It's about the journey. So yeah, if you like this, give me a like. Subscribe if you want to see some more. Drop a comment if you have some ideas or things that you might have liked or whatever it is. Until next time, though, peace out.